What's up, everybody? God bless and welcome back to the Fishiac channel. Spring is here. Birds are chirping, flowers are blooming, and the days are getting longer. But while we're loving the sunshine, some of our underwater buddies might not be. Today, we're diving into the surprising world of aquatic species who find spring a little rough. Stick around for some facts and tips on how you can help these amazing creatures. First up, let's dive into the world of the adorable axolotl. These little creatures are so much more than just cute faces. They're living wonders with a story that's as fascinating as their looks. Native to the ancient lakes of Mexico, axolotls are often called the Peter Pan of the amphibian world because they never really grow up. Unlike most salamanders, axolotls stay in their larval stage for their entire lives, keeping their feathery gills and aquatic lifestyle instead of transforming into land dwellers. With their frilly, feathery gills waving like underwater crowns and their ever-present smiles, axolotls have become the unofficial emoji of the aquatic world. Their faces seem to radiate pure joy, making them internet sensations and beloved pets around the globe. But don't let their cuteness fool you. Life isn't always easy for these little amphibians. As spring arrives, axolotls face real challenges that threaten their survival, both in the wild and in captivity. One of the biggest hurdles for axolotls is their sensitivity to temperature. They thrive in cool water, ideally between 60 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Even a small rise in temperature can make a big difference to their health and happiness. As the weather warms up, their tanks can heat up too, causing stress and making them more vulnerable to diseases and infections. Warm water can also lead to dangerous algae blooms and lower oxygen levels, which are tough on these sensitive creatures. Imagine looking forward to a refreshing cold drink, only to find it's gone warm and flat. Not nearly as enjoyable, right? That's what it's like for axolotls when their water gets too warm. But temperature isn't their only challenge. In the wild, axolotls are facing a crisis, as their natural habitats, Mexico's ancient lakes and canals, are shrinking and disappearing due to urban development and water diversion. Pollution from cities and farms, along with invasive species like tilapia and carp, are pushing axolotls to the brink of extinction. These invaders compete for food and even eat young axolotls, making survival even harder. But here's the good news. There's hope. Conservationists and everyday people are stepping up to help axolotls, both in the wild and in captivity. By supporting these efforts, we can make a real difference. If you're thinking about keeping an axolotl as a pet, remember they need special care. Clean, cool water, a stable environment, and the right food are all essential for their well-being. Do your research before bringing one home, and be ready for a long-term commitment. Axolotls can live up to 15 years with proper care. Not ready for a pet? You can still help by supporting organizations that restore wetlands and protect wild axolotl populations. Even small donations or spreading the word can make a big impact. Axolotls aren't just cute, they're a vital part of their ecosystem, helping to keep their watery homes healthy and balanced. By learning about them and sharing their story, we can inspire others to care too. Let's work together to ensure these amazing creatures are around for generations to come. Now let's meet our next aquatic friend and discover even more wonders beneath the water's surface. Next up, koi carp. These living jewels bring vibrant color and grace to backyard ponds. But imagine you're a koi enjoying the spring sun when suddenly, bam, the temperature drops. Spring's wild temperature swings can really stress koi out, weakening their immune systems and making them prone to disease. So, how can we help? Responsible pond ownership is key. Maintain stable water temperatures by providing shade, using a pond heater during cold snaps, and gradually transitioning your fish outdoors in spring. You wouldn't want your house flipping between sauna and freezer, right? Your koi deserve the same comfort. Take these steps, and your koi will reward you with beauty and grace. Plus, you'll have the happiest fish on the block. Let's see who's next in our aquatic lineup. Now let's dive into the fascinating world of freshwater jellyfish. These mysterious little creatures are often overlooked, but they have a story that's just as captivating as any ocean dweller. At first glance, they might seem like simple blobs floating in the water, but these tiny, translucent animals are way cooler than they look. Their delicate, umbrella-shaped bodies almost seem to glow when sunlight filters through the water, making them look like living jewels. What's really surprising is that freshwater jellyfish are actually more closely related to coral and sea anemones than to the jellyfish you find in the ocean. They share a family tree with these colorful reef builders, and just like their relatives, they have stinging cells. But don't worry, these stings are so mild, they're harmless to humans. You could swim right by one and never even notice. Despite their gentle nature, freshwater jellyfish are incredibly sensitive to changes in their environment. In fact, they're like tiny aquatic detectives, reacting quickly to shifts in water quality, temperature, and even the seasons. Springtime is especially tricky for them, as it brings a wave of changes to their watery homes. When snow melts and spring rains arrive, water rushes across fields and streets, picking up fertilizers, pesticides, and other chemicals along the way. All of this runoff ends up in lakes and rivers, where it can throw the delicate balance of the ecosystem out of whack. For freshwater jellyfish, these sudden changes can be a real challenge. Pollution makes it tough for them to survive. Imagine trying to swim and thrive in a pool full of junk and chemicals. It's not just uncomfortable, it can be deadly for these sensitive creatures. But the good news is, there are ways we can help protect them and their habitats. One simple step is to be mindful of what goes down your drains and onto your lawns. Everyday actions like washing your car or using garden chemicals can have a big impact on local waterways. Choosing eco-friendly alternatives to harsh chemicals and fertilizers can make a huge difference. Natural lawn care and organic gardening products help keep harmful substances out of streams and lakes, creating a safer environment for jellyfish and all aquatic life. If you want to take it a step further, consider getting involved in local water quality monitoring programs. Citizen scientists play a crucial role in keeping an eye on the health of our rivers and lakes, and anyone can join in. By regularly checking our waterways, we can spot problems early and take action to protect these unique creatures before it's too late. Every bit of effort counts when it comes to preserving our natural world. Freshwater jellyfish may not be cuddly or famous, but they're vital to healthy aquatic ecosystems. They're a sign that the water is clean and balanced, and they help support a web of life that includes fish, insects, and plants. So let's do our part to keep their waters clean and thriving. When we protect freshwater jellyfish, we're also protecting the entire ecosystem, and that's something to be proud of. It's that time of year again. Spring is here, and so is the season for everyone's favorite feisty fish, the betta. These little aquatic dynamos are famous for their bold personalities and stunning looks, making them a top pick for both new and experienced fish keepers. With their flowing, delicate fins and a rainbow of vibrant colors, bettas are truly the rock stars of the aquarium world. Their beauty is unmatched, and their confidence is unmistakable as they glide through the water, showing off for anyone who stops to watch. But even the most dazzling rock stars need a stable environment to thrive, especially as the weather warms up in spring. Sudden changes can throw them off balance, and bettas are more sensitive than you might think. Fluctuating water temperatures can really confuse bettas. When the temperature jumps up and down, it can trick them into thinking it's breeding season, even when it's not. This confusion can lead to all sorts of unwanted behaviors. The result? More aggression, more stress, and a tank that feels more like a battleground than a peaceful home. Nobody wants a tank full of tiny, fin-flailing ninjas constantly on edge. The solution is simple. Keep their water temperature steady. Invest in a reliable aquarium heater and a good thermometer. Check the temperature daily and aim for a consistent range between 76 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This small step can make a huge difference in your betta's mood and health. Don't forget about their living space. A clean, spacious tank is just as important as stable water. Dirty water and cramped quarters are a recipe for stress, illness, and dull colors. Make regular water changes part of your routine and use a quality filter to keep things fresh. Remember, bettas don't like strong currents, so choose a gentle filter that won't toss them around, and whatever you do, don't overcrowd the tank. Bettas need their personal space. Bettas are solitary by nature. They're happiest when they have their own territory to patrol and don't have to compete with other bettas for space or food. Unless you're an experienced breeder, which is a whole other story for another day, it's best to keep just one betta per tank. This keeps things peaceful and lets your betta shine. When you give your betta the right care, you'll see them at their happiest and healthiest. Their colors will pop, their fins will flow, and their personalities will truly come alive. Bettas are more than just pretty faces. They're intelligent, curious, and full of character. Give them the care and attention they deserve, and they'll reward you with their best colors and most playful antics. So let's keep those betta vibes strong this spring. With a little effort, your betta can be the star of your aquarium all season long. Ready to meet our next aquatic hero? Let's dive in and see who's up next. Let's talk about the classic goldfish. Peaceful, graceful, and, let's be honest, famous for their bad memories. But even goldfish face springtime challenges. Warmer water means prime time for algae blooms. A little algae is fine, but too much turns their world into green soup and depletes oxygen. Not fun for anyone. The solution? Responsible pond or tank maintenance. Regular water changes remove excess nutrients that fuel algae growth. Avoid overfeeding. Uneaten food just feeds the algae. Consider adding algae-eating critters like snails or shrimp to help keep things clean. Think of it as taking out the trash before it piles up. Keep your goldfish's world sparkling and they'll thrive. A little effort goes a long way. Let's keep those tanks crystal clear. On to our final aquatic friend. That's a wrap. Spring brings new life, but also challenges for our aquatic friends. We can all make a difference. Support clean water, protect habitats, and spread the word. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Let's make the world a better place to live. Until next time, stay curious and God bless.